Hey, this is BA, and welcome to Jensen Gann Style Forecasting. And got done doing a video a few days ago of George Bayer, and we kind of took a look at his forecast and then compared him to the market activity. I want to do the same thing with Luther Jensen, because a while back I made a video on that Jensen actually worked for Gann for a number of years. And the material that I'm going to show you is extremely rare. I could give you a long story about how I acquired it, but I'll break it down very simply. I had two guys I called trackers that actually tracked it down, and it took myself and a team of 4 other guys to actually retrieve the material. There's quite a long story there. Anyway, it's extremely rare, or at least it is at the time of this video out there. Jensen wrote for a magazine called the Astrological Bulletino. Let me try that again. Astrological Bulletina. And he wrote from the early 1930s until about Gann's death in 1955. And there's all sorts of information in there. There's parts out of his book that's in there. There's new information and provides new insight. And a Gann researcher really needs this type of information because it provides that vital background, you know. And you haven't heard of this material because the Gann gurus can't make any money selling it to you, okay? So that's why I think a lot of people out there in the field, you know, they're being herded in like sheep. Give me all the monies. And unfortunately, they don't understand that they need some sort of background, you know. And so anyway, hopefully these videos do that for you. Let's get started. Let's go directly to copies of the Bulletina. Here we are. And this is Astro Economics and Markets by Luther James Jensen, first quarter of 38. Like I said, it actually starts back in the early 1930s and goes. It's very good. I mean, you can see this throughout the latter part of 1935 and the forepart of 1936. This department stressed the incessant rise in common stock prices on American exchanges. Liquidation was suggested at specific intervals, and no qualms were expressed when stocks failed to follow normal technical procedure and react. Rebuying was avoided. The technical pattern became so perilous for optimistic estimates that in number 210, Bulletina issue of spring quarter 1936, we keynoted some trenchant comments on the outlook, which in part were as follows. Okay, and then, you know, on and on and on. So anyway, a lot of good information. I'll scroll down a little bit. New boom prospects. There's a lot of information, and we grab mainly Jensen's material out of the Bulletinas. This is extremely rare material, and at least at the time of this writing, it is. But we also got other forecasters and so on out of it. Elements of location astrology. Yeah, this is where he uses the maps that you find in his book. And he explains how to use them and stuff. Very, very important writings. I mean, this guy worked for W.D. Gann directly. He knows what Gann was doing. Okay, they were like best friends. I'm sure they discussed it a lot. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So you could say it's relatively important. Okay, here we are, buried here. This is for 1939, and these are the dates that we're going to go take a look at in the market. And remember, we did Bayer for 1939, so it's going to be neat to kind of do Jensen too. Okay, April 3rd. Okay, now Jensen doesn't give us the high-low sequence and stuff, but we'll go in, we'll find that for ourselves. Okay, so write down these dates. April 3rd, 7th, 17th, 29th, May 3rd, 15th, 18th, 22nd, 26th, and 31st, June 1st, 6th, 19th, 14th, 19th, 22nd, 24th, and 30th. Now, these are done quarterly because the Astrological Bulletina came out quarterly. It was a quarterly issue. So instead of giving 1 month, he would have to give 3 in order to get the guys to the next issue. And he became really well known through these. Let's go take a look at the market. Okay, here we are at the market for 1939. And our first date is April 3rd. So we're going to have to go in and kind of Geiger this. April 5th here. Or April 4. Either one of these could be the turning points. April 5th. April 4. So don't know. We'll have to go to the next point. April 7th. And it's a weekend. April 7, which is here. And this is the 6th, and this is the 10th. So it would have been here. So it would have gone high to a low here. Okay, I'll give you the dates on this so you can write them down too. Now I know that that's the low there, but you have to understand how cycles work. Okay, so April 5 high. April 10 low, and that's 3 days off because of a weekend in there. The next one should be a high on the 17th. It's right here. It's that bar there. And that is on the 17th. Okay. And looks like that would be the next point. What is it? April 29 is the next projection. No, it's over here. Okay. Right there. Okay. See how that right there, walked on it. This is down. There's reasons for that, but I won't get into it here. May that would be May 3rd is the next point. That would be here. May 4 high right there. Okay. Okay, May 15th is the next date. Should be a low. Got a good one on the 17th. These 2 days off, but it's there. It's good. Okay. May 18th is the next one. Okay, I got the 19th. And the 22nd. So it's the 22nd, but there's a weekend in there. And I think that's where his high is. I would think. Yeah, see how that's where it's at right there. See how that walks up it? Okay, May 22nd with a weekend in there. His next date is May 22nd, so should be a low right here. May 23rd. Is a low. Okay, and then his next date he's got is May 26th, which is here on the 25th. Okay, May 31st should be a low. Low June 1st right here. June 2nd, or he's got June 1st as a high, and it's right here, so it'd be the next day here. Not much of a high. In some of these areas, I mean, this is just normal. Not every move is going to be a blow off top or bottom. He's got June 6th as the next date. As a low, would be right here or here. Okay. Next date is June 9th he's got. Nails the high to the day up here. Okay. June 14th is his next date. Got the 16th down here as a low. It's actually right there on the 15th. Look at the difference between these. And I've put this in several of my other videos. Look at that, how that just cuts there and it cuts there. So it's actually right here. Okay. On the 15th. Okay. June 19th is his next date. Looks like we got a high on June 20th. Yep, and it walks right up that line. See, if this point was wrong, like we'll move this here. I mean, it could have, there's only one bar there, but it looks, see, this bar got pushed down because it went up to resistance, it got pushed down, so it's lower. That's why it's lower, you see. Okay, June 20th. I mean, I'm guessing it could be the 20th, 21st, anywhere in there, but all right, June 22nd is his next one. Looks like it's right here is a low. One of his quick moves. June 24th is his next one, and take the high here, June 23rd. And then the next one he's got is June 30th for a low, and he nails it. Okay, so we can see, I mean, this contains some tricky areas in here, but it's definitely there. Okay, I mean, he caught the major trend. The down here, the up here. It's kind of a sideways move, kind of sideways. He caught the up here. So, I mean, and up here. So this is good. This is good forecasting. I really don't have a problem with it. And see, we only did 3 months. I mean, there's a lot longer data set there. But as you can tell, I mean, the guy's pretty good. Okay. And he was doing this, and this was a quarterly magazine. So he was doing like 3 months at a time, which is it's not, I mean, you can go out 4 or 5 years, 100 years if you really wanted to at a time. But the deal is, if you get an inversion back here, it's going to mess up all the rotation here. And that's why it's kind of trickier to go out further, especially in a magazine where you're committed. But I applaud him. Good work, Jensen. And, and I think it's important that you, the viewer, understand that it wasn't just W.D. Gann that could do this. You have Jensen, you have to Bear, so you have to, you have George Bear, so you have to really sit back and study these guys as a whole. You have to get that background. I want to get the rich quick scheme. Well, that's probably not going to work too well in this regard. If you've gained insight from my video, subscribe so you can get the latest of my free market calls, forecast, commentary, and teachings. Knowledge is priceless. Hey, this is BA reminding you, you can succeed. Take care. Bye-bye.